Hi, my name is Peter. I'm an IELTS instructor and examiner. I was born in London, England, and I am here to teach you IELTS. Today we will learn IELTS speaking topics, starting with topic 1. And the first topic we will talk about is holidays. So I will get you ready to pass the speaking part on holidays. IELTS holiday topic. You probably know the meaning of individual words like flight, tour, vacation, holiday. However, the key to showcasing your advanced English will be with great vocabulary that you will learn in this video. Let's go. Part 1 speaking test questions must be answered with 2 or 3 sentence response. Our first question today on the holiday topic, Part 1 speaking, is what kind of holiday do you like? Our first question, what kind of holiday do you like? Miguel answers, I try to avoid tourist traps. I like to get away from it all and prefer going somewhere off the beaten track. Last year, I had the holiday of a lifetime, a 2-week wildlife safari in Kenya. The vocabulary in this answer is fantastic. Tourist traps. What are tourist traps? Tourist traps are somewhere where too many tourists go. For an example, if you were in China, the Great Wall of China would be a tourist trap. You would see lots and lots of people there. To get away from it all. To get away from it all means to get away from your work, your day-to-day routine, get away and take a holiday to escape a busy or stressful lifestyle. To get away from it all. Off the beaten track. Great vocabulary. So the beaten track is the road where everybody travels on. The beaten track. This will be the most popular areas around the world. So to get off the beaten track means to go somewhere less traveled, such as Bali in Indonesia. Everybody goes there. So it's the beaten track. To get off the beaten track would be to go to a different island where nobody normally visits. The holiday of a lifetime. Wow. This is the big holiday, the special holiday that you are unlikely to repeat. It could be a honeymoon. It's the big holiday you've been saving all your life to take. Wildlife safari, great vocabulary. A holiday often in Africa where you visit wild animals, wildlife, in their own true environment or habitat. Wildlife safari. Our second question today on part 1 holidays. What do you like to do when you're on holiday? Anna responds, I enjoy visiting the local places of interest. I like to go sightseeing and always sign up for guided tours as it's a chance to be shown around and take some photographs. One of my hobbies. Places of interest. Places of interest. This is great vocabulary. These are the places that people like to go to, the sites of interest to tourists, such as if you were traveling to London, it would be Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, the London Eye. These are places of interest in London. To go sightseeing. To go sightseeing means to look around the tourist sites, the places of interest, and visit and take photos of these very nice places. To go sightseeing. Guided tours. Guided tours means these are the tours where you go in a group. Many people travel together and you are led by a tour guide. The tour guide gives you some local information about the places that you visit, and maybe some historic information about the place that you are visiting. These are guided tours. They help you visit all the places of interest. Holiday resort. A holiday resort is a place where lots of tourists and people go for a holiday. Usually a holiday resort will have a swimming pool and restaurants, similar to a hotel. All-in package or package holiday. This means a holiday where you purchase the travel and accommodation together, and usually after arriving at your destination, there is a transfer waiting for you to pick you up, usually a bus or a taxi, to take you to your hotel or to your holiday resort. Self-catering. When you go self-catering, it means a holiday where you supply your own food. The hotel or the holiday resort will not supply the food. You will purchase your own food out of the hotel, or if you're staying in an apartment, then maybe you will buy the groceries and cook it yourself. Self-catering. So this takes us to the end of part 1, holiday questions. 3 great questions to help you understand how to use the vocabulary. Let's move on to part 2. In the part 2 of the speaking IELTS test, you must speak for 2 minutes on a topic that the examiner gives you. And today our topic is holiday. So I will give you 1 minute as an examiner to prepare for your 2-minute speech on the topic. Today's topic is: describe a beautiful place you once visited. You should say when you went to this place, where it was, who you went with, and say why you liked it so much. Sally responded, "A few years ago, I went on a long weekend to the Lake District in the UK. It's a very popular holiday destination in the north of England. I went on my own and I had a wonderful time. I stayed in a youth hostel and met some really nice people. But the most memorable thing about the holiday were the breathtaking views and lovely picturesque villages. It can get very busy with hordes of tourists, so I decided to go out of season in the autumn. The weather was fantastic and the shops were full of local crafts. A really great holiday. It's certainly not the kind of short break for someone looking for a busy nightlife, but if you want to relax in the middle of a stunning landscape, I would certainly recommend a holiday to the Lake District." Now let's discuss the vocabulary from Sally's 2-minute speech. Long weekend. A long weekend is an extended weekend holiday including Friday or Monday. So it becomes either a 3-day weekend or even a 4-day weekend can be a long weekend. Holiday destination. Holiday destination is where you go for your holiday. Youth hostel. A youth hostel is similar to a hotel. A hostel is similar to a hotel, but it's a cheaper form of accommodation where you will share a room with many other strangers. Usually it has bunk beds and it's very cheap to stay in. You also share the bathroom. It's a youth hostel, youth being younger. Breathtaking views. Wow, if they are breathtaking views, they are extremely beautiful views, and it takes your breath away. Wow, breathtaking views. Picturesque village. Quite a difficult word to pronounce. Picturesque village would be a very pretty village. Picturesque, you can use this adjective with any description of maybe landscape, picturesque mountain, picturesque beach. It's so beautiful that it should be in a picture. It's picturesque. Hordes of tourists. So hordes of tourists, this is a very large amount of tourists. Crowds of people, crowds of tourists. I would imagine at the Great Wall of China, there's always hordes of tourists, or maybe at the pyramids in Cairo, Egypt, hordes of tourists, crowded, many people enjoying the tourist site. Out of season. Sally said in her response to go out of season. So season is the main time that people travel. If you were traveling to the UK, the high season is May to September. So this would be the season, the main season when people visit the UK, because the weather is very nice during this time. So to go out of season would be to go in October or maybe November. And the benefits of going out of season, there aren't hordes of tourists, and you will get cheaper travel tickets and accommodation because you're out of season, out of the main time. Local crafts. Local crafts, these are objects produced locally. A lot of the time, when you visit a place on holiday, they will sell the local crafts. They will be handmade. It could be carved out of wood or fabric, silk made into clothing or hats. It's what the local people are selling to the tourists, local crafts. A short break, a short holiday, usually under a week, 5 or 6 days, and we call that a short break. Stunning landscape. So stunning means very beautiful, extremely beautiful, usually countryside or land formations. It can be stunning landscape, could be a beach, could be a mountain range, but it's very beautiful, stunning landscape. Okay, now we're moving on to part 3. Part 3, the examiner will ask you to respond to his questions with 3 or 4 sentence response, and he would like you to speak more broader on different topics. Our first part 3 question, the examiner says, what do you think has led to the growth in the tourism industry? Miguel answers, it's much easier and affordable to travel now. Nowadays, you can get a cheap charter flight or all-in packages to somewhere near or to a far-off destination. He answered with some great vocabulary there, starting with charter flight. A charter flight is a cheaper form of flying than a scheduled flight. A charter flight. All-in package, similar to package holiday, a holiday where you purchase the travel and accommodation together. It's everything included. It's an all-in package. Far off destination. A far off destination is somewhere a long way away. If you are a UK resident, then a far off destination could be Hong Kong or Thailand, maybe Mexico. A far off destination. The second question in the part 3 holiday topic. The examiner says, how do people tend to choose a destination? Anna replies, the internet is a great source of information, and high street travel agents are still very popular. That's where I like to get all my holiday brochures for the place I'm interested in. Some great vocabulary from Sally there. And the first word she uses, travel agents. Travel agents. A travel agent will be a shop that specializes in booking holidays. Travel agent. Holiday brochure. Holiday brochure is a glossy publication, magazine, with details of holiday packages. Holiday brochure. You can flick through the magazine and look at the destinations and choose which one you would like to visit. Holiday brochure. Our third and last question on the part 3, speaking IELTS topic holidays. The examiner says, people sometimes say flying is the most glamorous form of travel. Do you agree? And we have a response from Amy. Amy says, I'm not so sure really. Flying can be quite boring. Queuing up at the check-in desk, going through passport control, sitting for ages in the departure lounge, then the flight itself can be quite uncomfortable. No, I'm not sure I agree. Amy's first vocabulary, check-in desk. What is a check-in desk? Well, I think most people know. A check-in desk is at the airport, the place at the airport where you register for your flight and deposit your luggage. Check-in desk. Then on to passport control. Passport control. The place where your passport is checked and they make sure your documentation is all legitimate and you have a visa at the passport control. And then finally, we're on to the departure lounge. What is a departure lounge? A departure lounge is where you wait for your flight to be called. The last step before you board the plane to fly to your holiday destination. So we're finished now with the holiday topic. Some great vocabulary, good structure and context, and this is what you really need to be getting between a 6 and an 8 on the IELTS speaking. So if you would like some help, please contact me. You can see here on the screen is my line ID, and you can also contact me by leaving a comment and we can arrange either an IELTS lesson or a mock test. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I will see you next time for the next topic. Bye-bye for now.